Hey guys, it's me, Pokemon Jailbird HD, and today we will. Yeah, last episode was embarrassing. Yeah, we're still in Celadon, and let's properly finish the Rocket Hideout because that was the issue. Was the Self Scope I had completely forgotten is in there, so. So let's grab the lift key, since I don't even think I ever really explored properly, so yeah, we're gonna go do that real quick and recap team quickly in our full potential at level 36 with the same movesets had for a while: Bullet Beam, Body Slam, Bite, Dragon Rage, and then we have Bubbles, who evolved into a Blastoise, and we have Water Gun, Dig, Bite, and we taught it Ice Beam. So yeah, we're gonna go go get the Soul Scope. Since I legitimately did not remember that it's like that. Like, I don't, if it's like that in the other games, I do not remember clearly. So that is my bad. I don't actually know where I'm supposed to go. I just know it's in here because I'm bad at this and am unaware of such things that I apparently was supposed to do. I don't know, I just always imagined you get the Self Scope from, the Self Company, but I guess that's the wrong order, clearly. So that means we must venture on through here yet again, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Hopefully I find the right way in a quick fashion. Because, I mean, for all I know, I probably went the right way at some point. I just clearly took a detour when I was not supposed to. So, I don't know where it went wrong. Yeah, where it went wrong. But obviously, we will find that out soon enough. Yeah, I mean, this is where I got the lift key, so once you do that, I mean, then it looks like you're supposed to go back up. So I guess not on this floor, clearly. Guess I'll go through another one of these things. Maybe it's on the other end of this one. Like, I went through both of the puzzles before, so I don't know how I went wrong. But as we discovered last episode, I suck. So that's like, am I supposed to go through till this is the so I don't know, let me, yeah, I definitely am lost. Thanks for noticing, but this is clearly not the right way. So I guess I'll just check each floor until we figure it out. But yeah, I mean, I don't like that they, like, you. Oh, now this opens. Cool. But I still need to go back in here. So clearly that was not the correct floor. That's where we came from. So let's go to the bottom. Like, I feel like if this is a required item, like, it should, force you. I guess, like, the newer games do that, and so I'm more used to that, whereas this one did not, force me to go over here. So I guess I'm used to getting coddled by the new games, I guess, after all. But then again, kids are supposed to figure this out, so clearly I'm dumber than average kids. And that is why I have to lean on water types that are broken, as we have clearly seen, since we have already defeated the electric and grass gyms. So I mean, this potentially might be a cakewalk the rest of the way, just because we already toppled the two main hurdles, which is not something that I'm sure is entertaining, since I'm just steamrolling through everything. But I know that me talking is so entertaining that clearly everyone who's gotten this far is going to want to stick around. I need to move up the ice beam. But in any case, we match up with Giovanni very well, so that's not going to be a difficult battle. So I mean, like, I think water types are just good in this game, like, barring the two gyms that we already beat, and clearly they have ways to beat them, so clearly water type's broken. So, I must say, I am impressed you got here, Giovanni. Quick and to the point. I like it. But unfortunately for him, his team is very water weak. So, not much he can do other than take this dick. So I mean, it is what it is. You hate to see it happen, but you can be all in a rage, but that did 6, so clearly outmatched in every single way. What? This cannot be. I see that you raise Pokemon with utmost care. A child like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. I shall step aside this time. I hope we meet again. I can't do like a Jersey accent, so not gonna try. But we got the Cell Scope, thank God. And we can now move on back to the Pokemon Tower. So this is just an episode of retracing steps, clearly. Because we're just literally doing things that in places that we already have been. So that's fun. Let me get that bike. Gotta pedal to the metal. With the metal in the background, yeah, I know, I'm good. So we are going to drop off the lift key that we definitely do not need. I always do that. I'm just so used to not operating with the item PC. So we will drop that off. We can sell the iron. I'll just do it at the mart at Lavender Town, since Celadon's the department store is the other way. So we're just gonna, okay, I guess you can't ride your bike through, which is unfortunate, but I feel like I did this last time. I should have known that I needed to go down, but whatever. We will just make our way through Saffron back to Lavender Town, since we have made this trek multiple times now. It's very familiar, but not familiar enough because I'm not recording this directly after the last episode, so clearly I didn't remember enough that the Sylph company is freaking massive and you can't go through it, obviously. So let's find the mart, sell that iron, and then go kill some ghosts, since we can't catch any water type ghosts in this game. So we will identify the ghosts and then just run away, because we ain't dealing with them ghosties. They know of this Sylph scope, like it's a common thing. Alrighty then, well, I'm gonna get through here. Honestly, I'm not gonna necessarily try to battle every trainer at this point because I'm so over leveled, but you know what, I know there's gonna be a bunch that are gonna be in the way, so some cannot be avoided and some I will just accidentally run into, so either way we will make it through, and eventually we'll hit the Ghastly. Who knows? You know, it could be today, it could be tomorrow. But onward and upward we go, as we're gonna basically only see Ghastlies since that's the only ghost line in this game, which is unfortunate. Like the ghosts and the dragons, there's just not very many, you know. So in the early gens, and it's like, damn, that, you know, they, you know, wonder why they didn't have very many. Like maybe they just didn't have the designs. They just thought, oh, you know, there's not, you know, a whole lot to do with them. Like what the issue was, but they also like didn't make any moves for both those typings really. Since I'm confused, I don't want to deal with it, so I'm just gonna switch out. But like Nightshade's cool and all, but there's no like stab move for it to use that actually like uses the same type attack bonus. So it's disappointing. But I would like to collect these items. And I mean, the Ghastly through Gengar line is very cool. So they at least did a good job, and I'd say the same for, like, since I was comparing with the dragons, I'd say same thing for them. I mean, I personally love Dragonair, Dratini, and Dragonite, but again, it also could have just been, oh hey, they were the only dragons, and I love dragons, as they are my favorite type, as I mentioned early on in this series. So you never know, and unfortunately I can't really do a dragon locks very easily because you don't really get dragons very easily or early. Like they're always late game, like same with ice types really, so it's with those I feel like it would be harder to do. And obviously, for ice types, it's not as good of a typing because they are weak to bajillion things. So it's hard to keep them alive, I'm sure. Although the offensive potential is great, the defense is terrible. Like that's same with Rock, which. You know, Rock, they all have high. Oh wow, I could have waited for the healing. Whoops. Yeah, I will use this. But like Rock types, like are supposed to have a high defense and all, but they're weak to so many things. that like it doesn't hold up very well. So I'm usually not a big fan of rock types, and especially when you put rock and ice together, which the only line for that is the Auroras line, which I love Auroras, one of my favorite Pokemon, because it's just so beautiful. But it's weak to like everything. It's crazy. Like the offensive potential is great because ice and rock type are so good offensively, but man, defensively they're so bad. It's like so bad, and so it's just so unfortunate. But there are still some solid rock types like it, and some of them have the ability solid rock. But I would say for the most part, rock types are kind of underwhelming, at least to me. For the most part, like Tyranitar is the only one that transcends really. Like that comes to mind just because its stats are so good, and the sand, and obviously the sand boost is amazing. So like, combining those, like even like Gigalith is really nice. You know, makes it better, but like it's still not great as a pure rock type. And obviously it's really slow, so that doesn't help. Whereas at least T-Tar has some speed, and then it has the crazy move pool, which is, I mean, Tyranitar dominates a lot of the Smogon metagames from previous gens because it's such a good typing for usually the strong stuff, and then so bulky that even though it's, you know, even stuff it's weak to, it still can potentially beat. All right, let's identify the ghost. What could it be? Oh, it's not even a ghost. It's a Marowak. Crazy. Never would have known. Which it is really cool though that Alolan is a ghost type. Like that's a super dope connection that I think was, you know, well done. And then the fire connection, I guess, to add more depth to it for being in the Alola region, and not necessarily saying, oh, it's, you know, it's a reference like direct, but it's, you know, more of an indirect reference. So it's cool. And that Cube, I guess it is kind of weird though that I guess Cubone, it's still a regular Cubone. To me, it's like that's super weird because it's, you know, ground to like Ghost Fire. Like that's like awkward in that way. But it's cool enough to where you can ignore that. Which I like shiny Alolan. It's purple, better than just the normal black. But obviously the normal black looks great as well. Like I like the Alola forms for the most part. All look really cool. Like Alolan Executor is super cool, being the super tall tree, and the palm tree, which I'm partial to palm trees as I live in an area that palm trees are common. And the house I grew up in had a palm tree in front of it, like a super tall one. So that used to be a way I would tell friends, like, hey, it's the house with the huge palm tree. So I guess I'm partial on that, but that's see, they're determined to save, or you know, to stop me saying I'm not saving anyone, but you would Zubat, like you ain't stopping anybody. So like these rosters are not gonna stop anybody, like whether it's me or any other kid for that matter. But obviously if it's me, oh, you could have any mons and I will destroy them. So just unfortunate that you had to be loaded up into my game, especially on this Waterlocke where my water types really can handle everything Team Rocket sends at me. So Not an issue. Heh, you came to save me. Thank you. But I came here of my own free will. I came to calm the soul of Cubone's mother. I think Marowak's spirit has gone to the afterlife. I must thank you for your kind concern. Follow me to my home, Pokemon House at the foot of this tower. H2O. Your Pokedex quest may fail without love for your Pokemon. I think this may help your quest. You must make room for this. Oh, you fucker. That's not... Whatever. Bubbles. Oh, you already have a lot of HP. I mean, both of you do. Whatever. Bubbles. You take it, so that I can... I would like to have my damn Pokeflute. I worked hard for this. Upon hearing Pokeflute, sleeping Pokemon will spring awake. It works on all sleeping Pokemon. So now that we have the Pokeflute, if I remember correctly, I can just sell my Awakenings. Which honestly I'm going to do right now. Because I need to make room for stuff, like, over and over. Like, I keep not having room for things. So, I'm honestly just going to sell my Awakening. I honestly want to sell these potions. Like, I'm not using them, clearly, so... I think I'm beyond those. Gotta make room for anything I may find. So we can also drop off the rare candy and the soul scope. So we're gonna do that. Got ourselves ready. And I guess we'll heal in the meantime. Cause we can finally progress past Celadon. So let's first deposit the rare candy. And let's deposit the... What's this? Soul scope. There we go. Alright. And you know what? I could just go to the other side. You know, like what, like, at least the way I usually play the game, I usually go from Celadon down the biker path to Fuchsia. But since we're already over here, I think we're just gonna go this way. Like, we're already on this side, so whatever. Alright, so we're gonna just quickly get down to Fuchsia City through the east routes rather than from the biker path on the west side. Which is, I guess, unusual for me. Like, I always never know, like, are you supposed to go one way or the other, or, you know, is it... Like, obviously, you're allowed to do either, but, like, what was intended? Because, like, to me, the logic says... Logic could actually be either of them at this point, because it's like, well, you have to get the, what's it called, Soul Scope, but you also have to get the gym badge, so, you know, like, you could go from either side, but it just depends on what order you do it in. So, we are going to use the Pokeflute and wake up this bastard. Which Snorlax I love so much. So, I say bastard in the nicest way. But since we can't catch it, because it's not a water type, and we don't need the experience, I'm just gonna run. There's no point. Like, I don't think we need to do that. Like, oh, this guy's an electric trainer. That's what I like to hear. Okay, see now the levels are finally getting higher. Like, it's still not in my range, I know that, but like, I'm glad to see the levels getting higher. Because then at least it'll be more challenging in the future. Ooh, light screen. Looks super weird. And he doesn't have an electric move, clearly, so not a threat. But I think I would live like, as long as he didn't have Thunderbolt, I think I would live anything, so that's why I wasn't scared. And we get the super raw. Oh, wait a minute. I was... Okay, so what's really funny is when I was thinking of encounters, I was thinking of getting the good rod at Fuchsia City, but the super rod's here. So now, hold up. Our road to Fuchsia is now gonna be a little... Yeah, it's a sport fishing area. That's nice. Hold up. We're in Route 12. Let me see. So let's... Okay, this is not... Gotta cycle through this, I guess, again. Because technically... I mean, we can get 1,000,000 encounters, let's be real. Like... So, this is Route 12. And 13, and 14, and 15. Like... There's a lot going on over here. And, yeah, 10... That's what this was. 12. Okay, so yeah, this whole thing's 12, so... I'll go back here. This is the sport fishing area. So we are going to use that super rod. And we are going to... find another Pokemon. Okay, we are going to find... We are going to find... a new Pokemon! Krabby! Nice. Okay, Dragon Rage might kill, to be perfectly honest. I don't really have... I didn't really plan for catching Pokemon, clearly. So... I'm thinking of just going into Blast Bubbles, excuse me, and just going for a Water Gun. Hoping it doesn't kill, but Jesus, it killed. Alright. So we screwed that one up. So we screwed up Route 12. That's fine. We're gonna keep on journeying. And gonna keep on going. And we're gonna add something to the team. I don't know what it will be. Like, I don't know how. I legitimately, I have no idea how long this route is. No, I keep clicking that one. Alright, it's 13. That's what I was hoping. Okay. We're gonna try this again. And we understand that we're way too strong and we cannot attack. So I'm just gonna throw all the balls I have. As we find a Goldeen. Well, we are gonna just throw our Pokeballs at it. So we can't really do much else. And there we go. Alright, so we got a Goldeen. So, since it's a goldfish, my first goldfish that I had, which, I guess, no, I only had one. My brothers both had multiple because they died really quickly, but mine did not. But mine, I named Invisible because its tail was very, I don't know if it's translucent or whatever. Just it was hard to see and thus looked invisible. Thus, we now have Invisible, the Goldeen, with Peck and Tail Whip. So now we gotta put you at the front and switch train you up, because that is what we'll do. But I think that's actually a good way to end this episode. We finally added another team member, and thus we will continue on our way to Fuchsia through Route 12, 13, 14, 15, whatever, and I'm going to try to catch Mons on the way, and we will add to the team. So I will sign off with the knowledge that we have a new member!